Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Hawkeye. We're up to episode 3 of the 6, I believe, part series. And last episode, we ended with the introduction of who we believe to be Echo, clearly deaf, holding her hand to the speaker and everything. I don't recognize actors and stuff like that, and I didn't do a lot of research, so I don't know for sure, but I believe so. Other reactors that I watched of those episodes also believe so. So that's pretty good. And I was reminded that, of course, the final episode or final scene in Black Widow had her sister being told to go hunt down Clint Barton, go hunt down Hawkeye. Is she going to make an appearance? Because when that happened, my first thought was, when I was watching Black Widow, and I believe I have that on this channel if you want to see the reaction, my first thought was, she's going to appear in that Hawkeye series, right? Because that just totally makes sense. We haven't seen her. Will we see her? I don't know. I think odds are pretty good, but will it be at the very end? Or will she become a player midway through, like maybe this episode? Let's find out. Let's see how Hawkeye and Kate Bishop can get out of, Clint and Kate can get out of this mess. We saw in the trailer already their escape, right? They showed that one little scene where they're driving away with, and the tracksuit mafia is chasing them, and Kate's shooting arrows and stuff. We've seen that in the trailer because, again, the trailer kind of spoils a little bit, but we know they get away. I mean, come on, they were going to get away, but we kind of know how as well. So let's watch it play out, though.
Talking about
Kate Bishop is good. A lot of people are also speculating in the reactors I watched that Echo is working for Kingpin, because in the comics apparently she has some sort of relationship, like a stepdaughter or something, or an adopted daughter or something. And there's also speculation that the Kingpin will be the same one from the Netflix series, which would be really great because Vincent did a great job. If he appears in this one, we don't know if he is going to appear or not. So, oh, cool! A little bit of flashback of young Kate Bishop. I take it, considering the ponytail, and in fact that it's it's before 2012. Oh, it's not. It's Echo. Why did I say Kate Bishop? The ponytail would make me believe it's Echo. This is her prior to, so she's older, obviously, or maybe a little bit older. Is this when she found out she's deaf, or is she deaf already? Oh, this is when she goes deaf. No, the fact that she's lip reading implies she's been deaf. Oh, this is really cool casting. I love him. And the from what I learned from folks who know this character from the comics, the actor is part Native American, or is she fully Native American? I'm not sure. So this is an awesome casting for a father figure or father. I don't know, but I love him. If you ever seen like Longmire and stuff, he's in a lot of great stuff. I kind of like this. I mean, if Echo is going to be an important character, and she is, because she's going to get her own show, getting this kind of background and how she became who she is, well spent time. I don't know how much the episode they're going to spend on it, but I think it's worth it, especially since she's getting her own series.
Maya, you're up.
Wait a minute. This suit looks a heck of a lot like, and that laugh. That's Vincent D'Onofrio, isn't it? This is Kingpin. I mean, the hand may not be Vincent's, but... Batman Auto Repair? Is that a reference to the Kingpin? Oh boy, she witnessed Ronan taking people out here, taking some of the gang members out here. Wow. No wonder she doesn't like Ronan. Oh, her uncle was part of the tracksuit mafia. He wasn't Russian. Oh, man. I don't think she could ever forgive Hawkeye for that. Ever. How could she forgive him? But apparently everybody says she becomes a good person, but how can she ever forgive him for killing her uncle? I mean, we didn't see anything that indicated her uncle was a bad guy. All we saw was that he was a good guy. Oh, this is wow. That's some serious stuff. Trust the bro. Moving.
You're lying.
He's not lying. He was there, and she did kill him in a sense by breaking him out of it, right? I also love the interaction when she saw the hearing aid and thought that he might be deaf. Well, although he wouldn't be deaf if he had a hearing aid, right? But still, I like her comment about lose a hearing aid. Just learn to adapt.
Okay.
Okay, so they're not shooting because they want him alive. I'm sorry, but that was so clearly not. That was so clearly in the fight, not the actor. That was clearly a stuntman. Right there. She made him lose it. Very cool. Here comes the escape. Oh, that explains so much about this scene from the trailer. Now that he doesn't have his hearing aid. He couldn't respond to her right away about taking the other car because he probably didn't hear her clearly. But once he saw her, he's like, I'm not smashing that car.
What? How do I drive?
Come over here.
She knows how to drive. Oh yeah, this is the one shot run, right? Where they just one camera shot, theoretically. I'm sure like most modern one shots, there are very cleverly hidden edits, like when they pan across things. But it's still cool. I saw the blue lights on that. It's going to do something. Ah, it's a Pym arrow. Oh, very cool. Oh, the plunger arrow. The plunger arrow. It's the arrow that we saw in the trailer. He needed it to escape, right? That still would have hurt. That's what he needed the plunger arrow for.
All day. I'm quite sure how long a dog.
No way he's hearing what she's saying.
World's greatest archers. Walk the dog.
Another layer of comedy has been added to this show with him losing his hearing aid. Oh, man. I love how Kate is seeing another side of him, you know? She saw the superhero side, and she's seen him here, too. She's seen the superhero side here, too, but she's seeing the daddy side, you know, the father side, which she lost her father as well, so I'm sure that's meaningful to her, very meaningful. I mean, you can see it on her face.
It's gotta go, okay?
Uncle in this case is going to be Kingpin, right? Oh, no. Okay, so it is... No, Uncle is not Kingpin. She said her father. And apparently Kingpin adopted her according to everybody else in the comics, so she's talking about Kingpin here.
Remember?
Yeah, like your best friend.
You need a more recognizable costume.
Purple, of course. You are to her.
Not a role model, I'll tell you.
Butterscotch. And when I tried to stab him in the...
Breaking into her childhood home, huh?
You should know what...
She knows her mom's password. That's his sword. Oh, man. Is that where it's going to end? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay, so it's a very exciting episode. I really love this episode. The action from the escape, the banter back and forth between Clint and Kate was awesome. The joking around about the costume. The hinting at Kingpin, but not saying his name. Her deducing that that the real Ronin is somebody close to him, but not quite putting two and two together and figuring out it's him yet. That ending, man, with the sword, with his own Ronin sword at his throat. That's not going to go down well for Jack, I don't think, but hey, I don't know. Does he know Jack? Because everybody who reviewed this, who knows the comics, said that apparently Jack, if Jack is who they think he is somebody who trained Clint in how to use swords. So I don't know. There might be some recognition there as well. Kate getting locked out of the computer indicates that her mother's probably now been alerted to the fact that she's been snooping around in things she shouldn't be snooping around in. The Arrow stuff was just hilarious. I just love the Arrow stuff. That was great. You mean trick arrows? Previously, it said there are no trick arrows. The Pym arrow was just, that was so cool. Turning the little regular arrow into this huge thing was awesome. And naming the dog. I guess the name is Pizza Dog because he opened his mouth. He didn't seem to not like that one, and she fed him. So I guess he's Pizza Dog. He's not Lucky. He's Pizza Dog. Apparently, Lucky was the name of the dog in the comic. And of course, it's a totally different story from the comic, right? Because apparently Clint had rescued the dog, or the dog saved him and got injured in the process or something like that, and then he named him Lucky. It was his dog. Very touching, the scene where his youngest son is calling him and he doesn't have his hearing aid and Kate has to interpret. That's very touching stuff. And like I said, man, she lost her father at a young age, and seeing him being a really good father, just you could see it on her face that made some kind of an impression. Which and when he said, you know, that you know, I'm not a role model, you know, nobody looks up to me or whatever, and I wanted her to say what happened, to explain why she became who she is. And maybe, I hope she will by the end of the series. I hope she will explain that to him. But he needs to know that he was an inspiration. He was a role model. Somebody who saved whose life he saved, appreciates him for that. You know, I think he kind of needs to know that. Echo indicating her father, which probably is Kingpin now. Since her uncle died, her caretaker, the Kingpin, apparently adopted her or something. They're so hint. And then we got that scene where that was Vincent D'Onofrio's voice. I know it was. You can't convince me otherwise. It may not have been his hand. It may not have been, you know, his body that we saw a little bit of. But that was definitely his voice. So they're teasing that he's there, and they're almost, with his voice, they're confirming that he's going to play the role, which is awesome. Which is good news and hopeful news for some of the Netflix actors portraying their characters in the future, including you know, Charlie Cox playing Daredevil, which we're hoping will happen as well. Everybody's speculating. I don't think we'll see Daredevil in this one. Maybe we will. I don't know. Because we see Kingpin. Kingpin's a number one baddie for Daredevil, for Spider-Man, for a number of, you know, New York-based street level heroes. But man, that ending. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to talk? Do you think Hawkeye's going to fight and win? Do you think Hawkeye's going to fight and Jack's going to win? Not kill him, but I mean, like, you know, knock him down or something. Do you think Kate's going to get involved? I mean, Kate's just realized that he wasn't there and stepped away, starting to look for him. So she's going to be in their realm very quickly. She thinks he's a murderer. She's convinced Clint that he may be a murderer. I still wonder if they're going to recognize each other because of what everybody said about the comics. Do they know each other? I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Anyway, guys, this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. It might be my favorite of the series so far. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.